AZM TV channel 18. That's right, it's part 3 of my Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Let's Play. That's right, we are getting we just started chapter 2, episode 2, case 2, whatever you guys want to call it. And we got a to be continued, so now we're going to figure out what we're going to finally go into court and solve this murder case. And we have our special guest from yesterday, Turtlecraft.
I thought you forgot about me.
Yeah. So yeah, Turtlecraft 25 is joining us.
Done the exact same thing and will come back from the dead.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, continue. Turnabout Sisters trial. Let's go. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. Let's go. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Oh, here's Miles Edgeworth, the guy that's been pretty famous for his cases. I'll do kind of a sleek voice for him. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth, I'd better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence that she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. So here's Gumshoe, one of the people that was at the crime scene. Witness, please state your name and profession in the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. I don't know if you guys remember yesterday when I was doing the bellboy's voice. Me and Sam were talking about the Patrick voice. Me, I take your hat, sir. Back to the game. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. So we got a whole floor plan of her office. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. So we got the floor plans in our court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir, I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Alright, here we go. First testimony of the day, Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examining what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Okay, so I guess we're not going to present anything this first cross-examination. I guess that's what they're saying. Let's give this a try. So I guess we're going to keep pressing. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, Sam, ready for the cross-examination?
Yeah.
Here we go. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Hold it! Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. 2 people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. This is gonna be dumb. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points best with a little more care. I immediately arrested Miss Maya. Why is that? What's your reason? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Everyone says you said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? This May isn't suspicious and she sure isn't pink, pal. Oh, I love this game. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Here we go. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Here we go, second cross-examination of the day. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. And did you find any evidence? No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Then who did write it, smarty pants? Who?
Killer?
Yeah, probably. The options on here are the killer, Miss May, or I did.
Killer.
Alright, let's try the killer. The killer! Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed! Uh-oh. Miles is objecting us. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouth, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, he sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood, hemoglobin. Hermoglobin bobbin. I refuse to testify in this matter, sir. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I think you can expect a pleasant bonus in your next paycheck. Oh. That was a mess. Right. Where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha. Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Let's just go ahead and press him on this last one. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Ooh, let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Uh-oh, Miles is objecting us again. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. Facts are clear, the victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of a killer. Oh, we don't know that. Order. That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. Alright, so I think I know what we should press him on. So let's just go ahead and go through this testimony once more. So let's take a look at our evidence here. So, we've got her autopsy report. The receipt, a department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. A store receipt? Well, what's the receipt for? I mean, that could come in handy. We could check out the floor plans here, but I don't think we need that now. Oh, I think I know.
What?
So, okay, this one. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name, but it says in her autopsy report that the death was instantaneous. So there's no way that she could have wrote it. Alright, Sam, ready for an objection?
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, objection! Sweet, you picked the right one because the music stopped. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. I love that face he makes. Backwards? Ah, I love this music. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately! But, no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. What? How is... Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? When? It was the day after, right? We got the autopsy report after the murder. Okay, yeah, I think so. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt... Oh my god! But there was a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attack from the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood? The court accepts the evidence. So I guess, so hold on, let me pause this just a second so I can just tell Sam what's going on here. So Sam, apparently, Edgeworth got a new autopsy report this morning, and he actually, it actually said that she was, almost dead, so she could have lived for several minutes after the blow. So we got a new autopsy report, so that's what's going on, okay? Okay. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Alright, here's April May, so now she's gonna come in the court. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. But she didn't do it, because we saw in the opening scene that there was a guy with purple hair that did it. So it's not her and it's not Gumshoe, so it's gotta be this white guy from Blue Corp. I'm not too sure about that. It might be. I mean, we don't even know who he is. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Alright, here we go. So here she is. Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
She's winking at him. Oh, that's funny. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room, dang. I checked it right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright, here we go. First testimony for April May.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her.
Do you think she's lying, Dad?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Do you think she's lying?
Well, I think, I'm not too sure.
Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped.
Well, she didn't really see who it was.
The end, that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Let's do it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, let's go. It was 9 o'clock at night, I looked out the window. Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Wait, what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of,
Oh my god.
I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Oh my god. Mr. Roy, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. The crowd. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl! Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me?
The judge is favoring him, right?
What'd you say?
The judge is favoring him.
Yeah, I don't know why he's favoring Edgeworth. You looked out the window. What did you see next? I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey?
Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her... Alright, it was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, she had a girlish physique. I know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. You know what? I'm gonna question it. Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks! Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Hey! Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her, and I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Yeah, what are you trying to say, you mean, lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Annoying.
I know. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright, here we go again. Testimony again.
I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Alright, try the cross-examination again. So, you saw me then, too.
Of course! I remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well, continue. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Is that right as in your right as you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand. Right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright, please continue. The girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then? She hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it? The clock? The kind of statue clock. The thinker, I think. A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That clock. Okay. So let's just kind of take a look at this.
So, what could you prove wrong?
So, I'm just thinking that this might be the one. She said that clock, but kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. So do we have to just present the thinker? I think so. Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
Because we have 5 lives, so I think we're still good. So let's go. Objection! Sweet, we picked the right one. Because the music stopped. Miss May, what you said just now is quite revealing. Yes. We got it now, Sam.
Okay.
Revealing? Oh, you like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that this statue, the thinker, was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too, and he was found guilty of murder. And that was Mr. Frank Sawwit from the last case. Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh my God, Edgeworth! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. I didn't even say objection. Well, questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Sweet. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it. Yeah, I heard it say the time.
How could she hear it from when she was all the way across the street at the hotel? How could she hear that? Insane. So you've been to the law offices of Fanco.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel roomie.
The law offices of Fanco where the murder took place are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... So here's the thing. So it's giving us two options here. She couldn't have heard it and it couldn't have rung. So, but if we look back on this conversation that Mia and Maya had before Mia died.
Yeah.
Look, right here. It's made to look like a statue of the thinker and it tells you the time. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. I had to take the clockwork out. I put some papers inside it instead. So there's no way she could have heard it.
Yeah, just go say that.
So I'm gonna say it couldn't have rung because there were no batteries in it. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang because it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly just have a look as soon as you can? Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Oh my God. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May, why is Edgeworth so... Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Yes, we can, because we got the whole conversation on her cell phone. Right, Sam? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is the phone, right? Because it shows everything. I mean, it says everything about, you know, when it was removed. It was September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Should we present this, Sam?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Take that! Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, yeah, the girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Nat. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working. That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
Beep.
Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections? Yeah, we do, and I think I know why I do. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. So the thing is, so she said she saw it in a store. Can I pause this? No, I can't. Okay. So she said she saw it in the store, but do you remember Larry Butts made that?
Yeah, I told you that earlier.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Yeah, Larry Butts made it, so there's no way she could have heard it. So here we go. Take that! It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Uh-oh, she is... Whoa! She is pissed. Whoa!
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Wow, she is really upset. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law. The witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Dee? Wink.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... you held it or you had heard about it?
I don't know.
Let's go with you held it. This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. What? Edgeworth just
You know what he's gonna say.
Oh my god!
Make the thinker ring, but the thinker wasn't.
Edgeworth just said objection, so I don't know what he's up to.
I know why he just said objection. I just explained it to you.
I didn't understand what you so it was no because
the clock was taken out before she was murdered.
Yeah.
And you're saying she murdered her and heard it as a clock.
Yeah, I know, but well, it doesn't make sense you had heard about it, because I mean she would have been there, but you truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh, I think you're right, Sam. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor misguided Mr. Wright. You were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it.
It would be my pleasure.
No way!
Yes, wait, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy.
Oh, okay, so now we gotta bring the bellboy in, I guess. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was known at the crime scene, rock solid. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation to a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor, that didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait, Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? Alright. So how did she? How did she know? So we got the floor plans, but that doesn't seem right. We've got the receipt. No. Should we present the wiretap that we found in her room? That she hijacked. Yeah, I guess so, because we already presented the thinker, and the glass shards are not going to help us at all. Let's do it, Sam. Wiretap. Take that! Or wow, didn't even do it. Take that! There we go. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Oh my God, what is Miles up to? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. Objection overruled. Take it, Miles. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. So I guess we gotta present her phone. Let's just make sure.
Just present her phone, Dad. I know her because she says.
Here we go.
You know something like you want it, even though it has no clockwork in it. It won't work.
What's that, Sam?
Here.
What's that? What did you say?
Present the phone.
Yeah. I'm just looking over their conversation. So after
explain to you why.
Yeah, after Maya said again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the stash. Yep, that's what Mia said, so take that! I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Maya, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What's it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Bang, baby. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Miles! Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair. How are you ganging up on me like that? Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seeing the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow.
She's creepy.
Yeah. You did it, didn't you? Miss May, confess. You did it, didn't you?
Are you out of your mind? Oh wait, I forgot. You're a lawyer. You must be. At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy.
Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. So we can call the bellboy as a witness, or we can just continue examining her. Let's call the bellboy in. Why not? The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious there, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
Miles. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fay. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Let's accept it. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify.
Exactly. Did we choose the right one?
What?
Did we choose the right one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll find out. I mean, we'll get some more information off the bellboy. I think he's got something hidden under him.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. He certainly does look like a bellboy. So here's the bellboy.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
Does the bellboy look like the murderer?
That t-shirt looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir.
All right. This is going on actually pretty long, but
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock in the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is
Wait,
it.
did they say, what's the person who we're accusing of being a murderer? Of wiretapping?
That was Miss May. She did the wiretapping.
Okay.
Here we go with the cross-examination. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel. What exactly is it you do at the hotel?
Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally.
Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all of her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock, then?
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee, I like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir.
Why was she be so particular about the time? I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embracer, sir.
Embracer? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. Not a French kiss. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir.
Exactly. I thought it was kind of ready to one after he feels like the leaking of that.
What'd you say? I think this is almost done, so we'll see. Oops. Back to the game.
It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, this is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? So, let's just ask him about room service. Tell me again about room service.
Again, sir, at exactly 9 o'clock I delivered room service in Miss May at room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee, $18. $18? For tea? Or for coffee?
That's really expensive, huh, Sam? You still there, Sam? Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive?
Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know. And we don't skim on the ice, sir.
What did he say? What did you say?
Rather, quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
Ugh! You fool! Oh, Edgeworth is pissed. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who? Who is this other person? Simple, it was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ugh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oh! Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of my affair. Court is adjourned. So I guess that's it for today. So we gotta investigate this guy who was staying with her, I guess.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really? So I guess we're talking to Maya now.
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think
he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. So we got her testimony in the court record now. I don't know how much good this will do me after all. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. To be continued. My gosh, this episode is dragging on huge. So this episode is getting pretty exciting. So hopefully we'll find the guy tomorrow and finally solve this case. So thanks guys for watching today on Phoenix Wright. That was 50 minutes.
Wow.
So that was 50 minutes for day 2 of investigation number 2 of our Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Let's Play. Thanks guys for watching. I'm the Zachman18.
I'm Terrorpath25.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow for hopefully the conclusion of this second episode. We'll see you guys then.